Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and it looks like we have some more Old World news today. An Old World Almanack focusing on the noble history of the Tomb Kings of Khemri. So yeah, let's begin. This is going to kind of work like the Bretonnian one with a little bit of new lore, old lore, and some showcases. So, when most human civilizations of the world of legend were little more than hunter-gatherers in the mud huts, the mighty kingdom of Nehekhara was at the height of its power. Ruled by kings and queens whose every whim was law, the city-states of Nehekhara eventually descended into civil war, until the all-conquering Settra ascended to the throne of the city of Khemri, unifying the kingdoms of Nehekhara under his mighty rule and changed the fate of his people forever. I mean, yeah, pretty basic, pretty cool. I mean, Settra is a massive character, and yeah, there's a little video, so let's watch that. So unfortunately, like the Bretonnian one, I'm not able to play the background because Games Workshop usually use copyrighted music, and that really does hurt my channel. So, yeah, what's really interesting is they keep showing just like core stuff here. You would have expected, well, you can see the snakes, but that's pretty much it. But you would have expected to see more units, right? Like confirming this is coming back, even though it's not going to be in the launch box, because we know what's in the launch box now. Either way, classic, you know, the paint scheme is pretty much just like the same thing that we've always seen. That's the Khemri style one. The dragon itself looks cool. I know some people are a little bit in the iffy part with it because they say that it should have been like a crocodile or something, and not gonna lie, kind of feel like that should have been the case. But yeah, until we see the rules of the dragon, we won't really know how good it might actually be. If they fixed a lot of issues with, say, for example, cannon fire, that should actually make flying units a lot better. I will say, though, just seeing a style shot like that, just seeing basically the start box, all the contents of it, it's really nice. It just feels like we're going back, right? I've seen a lot of people mentioning it, that it just feels like we're finally getting Warhammer Fantasy back. It's all a matter of time. Hopefully it won't be too long, but I am fairly optimistic, and yeah, I've been painting a lot of my dudes. I'll be putting up pictures, I think, in the new year of my armies and stuff, because I've been really painting up a lot of Tomb Kings. Style shots is cool. It does feel like there's some new terrain coming. I really hope so, at least, because some of the factions, well, we didn't really have a lot of terrain for Warhammer Fantasy, so yeah, let's hope for the best. But yeah, we should continue. There is actually a bunch of lore that we should be talking about. Under Settra's rule, the mortuary cult grew in prominence. At his command, the priests of the cult promised to conquer death itself, granting Settra the immortality he craved, and by their magics, the lives of Settra and his favoured servants were vastly extended. However, even the power of the priests could not entirely stave off death's icy embrace. As his inevitable end drew near, Settra commanded a great pyramid to be built in which his mortal remains could rest until such time as the priests made good on and their oaths to restore him to life. That seems a bit weirdly written, right? Oaths which they would honor, in a manner of speaking. And then we got some old artwork there, which is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you know, Tomb King art has always been really, really fun. But let's continue. When the traitorous priest Nagash cast his great ritual to raise the dead across the world, the kings and queens of the innumerable dynasties that had ruled since the death of Settra lived again as wrathful spirits bound to the cadaverous remains of their mortal bodies. When Settra himself awoke, he demanded all the monarchs of Nehekhara to kneel before him as they had done in life. It seems like it's just a bit badly written, right? Like, he demanded. It should have been a comma there, I guess. Alright, armies of the Tomb Kings. The risen monarchs demanded armies, and the Lich priests obliged, raising the long-dead warriors of the kingdoms as rank upon rank of skeletal soldiers, armed with blades, spears, and bows. Many rode skeletal steeds, or fought from the sturdy chariots they had taken to war in life. And then we got some pretty cool artwork there. Ooh, interesting. I have a few skeletal scorpions, right? Like Tomb King scorpions. They don't have anything on top, right? Like you can see there's some ornaments and stuff. Is that going to be like a scorpion mount? Maybe? I mean, that would be kind of cool, right? Everything else looks pretty standard in terms of like what we've already known from the Tomb Kings. Unless it's just like a style shot. Yeah, it could just be just a style shot, but one could hope, right? just loads of big constructs would be really, really cool. But yeah, let's continue. Supplemented by bizarre and terrifying constructs such as necroserpents, upshati, and even skeletal dragons, the armies of Nehekhara were again the equal of any in the world, driven once more by dreams of conquest and united under the everlasting rule of Setra. The Tomb Kings, as they had become known, set out from their land of the dead to conquer the empires of the living. Okay, yeah, sounds good. So a little bit of context here. It's the empires that the Nehekharans, the living Nehekharans, actually owned was not just Nehekhara. It spanned all the way into the lands of the Empire and so on. So unless something's changed, which I'm imagining is going to be the same thing, they are pushing forward to kind of, at least when they resurrected, they were trying to regain their lost borders. It's a big territory. Setra actually had a lot of the known world at this point. And now we've got some present-day information. So, War in the Borderlands. When a crusade from the upstart kingdom of Bretonnia dared to enter Nehekhara and steal treasures from the Great Tomb cities, as well as striking down one of Setra's most trusted lieutenants, the imperishable king swore vengeance, gathering the mightiest host of the dead assembled in unliving memory. He began the long march to Bretonnia, traveling through the Badlands and the lawless countries of the Border Princes. Okay, so it does seem like this might not be linked up to the novel, Lords of the Lance. Yeah, it's a separate story. Cool. I'm wondering who died, because we know, obviously, that Nekaf has his own model now, so... Loads of theories to be had. But, yeah, I mean, we got some artwork here, too, which is the new dragon, same old skeletal warriors with the bows and spears and stuff. The dragon looks cool. The dragon looks very, very... Oh, look, there's a carrion up there. No, there's... the model actually has a carrion attached to it. Shame. I'm hoping carrions get remade, because like I do like the old models, but they are pretty annoying to work with, let's be honest there. But let's continue with the last little bit. Many upstart enemies dared to stand in the way of this vengeful host, including the High Elven Guardians of the Tower of Anrock, and the Orc and Goblin tribes of the Badlands, not to mention the thieving, honorless Bretonians. What happens next is up to you, as you recreate the mighty clashes between these armies in the games of Warhammer the Old World. I mean, yeah, pretty cool. I'm super excited about this, actually. Like, I know the skeleton issue is going to be a big problem for a lot of people. People don't want the old skeletons, but keep in mind that those are just going to be your basic core. The other stuff, like the constructs, the upshati, and so on, are going to look a little bit different. I'm hoping, actually, upshati get new models, because I don't think they've showcased any of them yet. A lot of the older constructs are okay. The newer ones that we got for 8th edition, because there was a bit of a remake there, are really, really cool, like the Necrosphinx and so on. And the good thing is we know now that the swarms were redone, so I'm expecting that there's going to be models being redone, remade, hopefully some new units too. It would be nice to see some new proper things, not just the dragon. I mean, we've seen from Bretonnia the Foot Knights and so on. I am casually optimistic about this. Obviously, we haven't seen proper rules. I mean, we've seen some rules, but we haven't like seen the full stuff, right? I'm hoping that all the factions are fairly well balanced and everyone's going to be able to play their armies day one. But yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. I do apologize for the shorter videos. It's just like New Year's is coming up. I'm almost done with the Christmas stuff. Mine doesn't end until the 6th, by the way. You know, like Christmas down here is just really, really long. So yeah, have a good day, guys.